Estoy notando que ahora la música entra a destiempo. Hicieron una actualización recientemente y antes entraba cuando aparecía el logotipo de la compañía, ahora hasta poco después de que aparece la pantalla de disco Elysium. Bueno, mi nombre es José Antonio Gutiérrez Mora, sean bienvenidos a un nuevo Let's Play de Disco Elysium. Nos habíamos quedado, si no me equivoco, en el cuarto día. Están estos sujetos que no sabemos quiénes son. Buenos días, Kim. ¿Tienes algo nuevo que decirme?
Yes?
No. ¿O sí?
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very... If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. And I hope we don't even need to discuss the street drugs you've been abusing.
No, me refería a las... Al menos déjame conservar mis cigarrillos, Kim. No, bueno, no, me refería a la responsabilidad.
Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stability? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for?
La de toda esta situación.
Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility? Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees.
Oh.
In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but you know who might be, though? That Mr. Villedroit. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. Now, was there anything else?
Nada más, muchas gracias. A ver, ¿estos tienen algo que decirme o no?
Yes? What is it?
Nada nuevo. Nah. ¿Y este, el de la peluca?
I can't believe this shit.
No tenía ninguna tirada de habilidad de...
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. You're not shitting me, Millen.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
I would love to, but I'm busy fucking off and not cramping your style. I don't know. Oh my god, there's more.
Ok, no nos dicen nada útil. Es el último día que vamos a estar aquí. No sé si ellos nos vayan a decir algo.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this. All right. What cryptids precise?
We would have to discuss. He wants to say. You need to ask him about specific cryptids. Cryptids you've heard about from Lena, or his friend Gary. He won't just talk.
Formerly the most dangerous, yes. But do you know the most dangerous living cryptid? The most dangerous cryptid is a carnivorous
El alce terrible.
ruminant, known colloquially as the... No, but we're not get out of anywhere. The dread moose is a widely reported cryptid from Arda. It subsists entirely on flesh, just like an ordinary Arden moose. You can't. That's what makes it so dreadful and hard to identify.
A moose that looks like any other moose. What's going on here? He's kidding, right?
Puede ser un alce que tenga alguna enfermedad como... No la de las vacas locas, pero que lo haga sumamente más violento. Tal vez incluso lo sacaron de la realidad. ¿Recuerdan que hubo una enfermedad transmitida por priones en... creo que en Canadá? Que afectaba a los alces y parecía que eran alces zombies. Que por cierto las enfermedades de priones son de las más terribles que hay porque creo que no hay forma de... No hay forma de combatir un prión como lo hay por ejemplo con los virus o con las bacterias. Así que le voy a dar el privilegio de la duda.
Of course you do.
The bodies found in the forest are just one piece of physical evidence. There's more. Sightings in...
A detective. Pardon me, I did not wish to seek conflict. It's simply...
Understood, Lieutenant. By all means.
Ok, ya no me dice nada. Ella...
Oh, hello, sweetie.
Es todo, muchas gracias. Este no creo que me vaya a decir algo, ¿sí? Ya vamos a ver si puedo cerrar cualquier conversación con él.
Can I help you?
No, no me va a decir nada. Ya no voy a pasar otra noche aquí, así que es todo. La cocina.
You see, you immediately feel the door does not budge. The cobalt blues, old cobalt paint, rough on the... It leads to a side building.
Nada.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. Acknowledge. He looks up at you. Then, shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind.
Ok, bueno. Los Hardys, pues hay que hablar con ellos para ver si nos van a ayudar, ¿no? Este fumador es nuevo, creo.
Hi, gendarme.
Ah, es el hombre del balcón. Hola, hola.
Hi. So what brings you here?
No tengo todavía suficientes elementos.
Oh, a committee. How interesting. And if I may ask, gendarme, what...
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course. Not a clue. I'm not his agenda keeper. I guess you will.
Puedo tener algo de él, pero... A ver...
You did? And how did you like him?
No me cayó tan bien como tú.
Oh, shoot. Why not?
¿Quién es? ¿Qué sois vosotros dos? ¿Qué relación tenéis?
Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get... That he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. On Sundays.
Ok, no vamos a profundizar más en eso. ¿Y esto? ¿Quién es él? No.
What about me, gendarme? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the
¿Esto sí está
entire
más
building
interesante?
asking questions. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones, just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded deaf nothing, that I didn't see anything. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer?
¿Y usted qué hace aquí? En el entorno. He venido a patear algunos... No, he venido a hacer historia. Voy a cantar en el karaoke.
Really? Well, I look forward to that.
Y sí lo intentaré eventualmente.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Bye bye, es todo lo que me tiene que decir. ¿Tú podrás aportarme algo o me vas a mandar a freír espárragos otra vez?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you...
Ok, no me tienes nada que decir, pues no me digas nada. A ver si este me ayuda ahora.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Sí, lo mismo de siempre. Tengo una pifia de autoridad. He encontrado a alguien que vio el ahorcamiento. Vamos a ver qué puedo lograr aquí.
A witness? You ain't got shit.
That's just contacted status. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already roll on the others.
Well, let's hear.
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
No, quien sea es irrelevante.
It's like you said, Al. Copper's coming up.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah. It's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the strip.
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
O se imaginaba viendo y cantando canciones o linchamientos, que eso es un final silencioso. A ver.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right. I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
That means absolutely nothing to me. Sounds like...
It means the whole scene was long and drawn.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynchings.
You don't know.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. Great witness.
Okay, maybe it doesn't feel like this did anything to them, but they have so much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
Puedo intentar tener más autoridad eventualmente. A ver. Vamos a ver. Lo que voy a hacer es poner algo que me aumente la autoridad. Y luego, si es necesario, subir puntos en esa habilidad en particular. Pero, ¿cuánto tengo de autoridad? ¿Y en dónde está? Muy poca, sí, con razón no le afecta en nada. 55 puntos, no es mucho, lo vamos a intentar. No sé si ir con la compañera de los dados. Ok, vamos a revisar nuestra bitácora. No hemos perdido mucho tiempo aquí. Lo que sí me imagino que tengo que hacer es ir con el sindicalista. Según el fumador del balcón, su amigo de los domingos se ha dado a dar un paseo por la costa. Ok. Pues vamos a... Kuno no me va a ayudar, de eso estoy casi seguro. Esa mujer sigue ahí fumando, después regresaré a buscarla. El primer personaje que encontramos y el último con el que estoy interactuando. Kuno, ¿vas a decirme algo?
¿Kuno qué?
No, adiós.
Kuno...
Sí, Kuno, gracias. Tan útil como siempre. Vamos pues hacia... Ya no está la mujer que... Bueno, que había perdido a su marido. Me dio mucha tristeza esa situación. Porque había comentado que posiblemente pudiera ser una responsabilidad indirecta de Harry. Debido a que... Pues él estrelló su unidad. En el... ¿qué es eso? Estrelló su unidad. Y eso causó que no podía regresar el hombre a casa. Ella no creo que nos diga nada, ¿o sí? A ver.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
No me va a decir nada. Cindy, no creo que me diga nada tampoco. Cindy la calavera. A ver, Cindy, ¿tienes algo que decirme?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
No me dice nada nuevo, entonces... Vamos con el sindicalista, ya recorrimos la costa. Ya... Perdón, estaba tomando un poco de café. Ya más o menos tengo una mejor percepción de que está allí. Ah, quedamos que íbamos a ir con los borrachos. Creo que tengo la chamarra de uno de ellos. Sí, vamos allí, vamos a seguir en la costa un tiempo. A ver qué nueva información puedo obtener. A ver. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Y estos qué hacen aquí? ¿Sí? ¿Qué se les perdió?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree...
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a...
Yeah, tribal shit.
Well, I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal
It's just theoretical work, copper. No basis in reality.
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not sneak.
Which is not to say that
The part of this presentation you wanna...
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
Yeah, a true artist of the future.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her...
For all their nihilistic posturing, odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're pissed and fuck the world. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
It's a threat. An impotent threat of violence.
Whoa! Come on, man.
Yeah, no need...
You wanna talk? Let's talk, boys.
He liked how you decisively shut down a situation that could have turned into a farce.
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned.
Apart from the unions that...
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm.
You don't know?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
The question was rhetorical. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of...
Besmatine, or the Besmati.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jack and Cap...
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around the...
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom like's a wretched aggressive. Murder? Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you every...
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know it.
Hey! Stop right...
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
Exactly. How could...
We should move along.
Couldn't keep up, huh? Sure. Let's try... Murder? Yeah.
Also, he was hanged. He was hanged...
Yeah.
These punks don't...
Hey!
Ah, this sounds like epistemology.
Ay, vámonos por la epistemología.
Exactly.
We shouldn't...
Knowing.
It seems that we can only think...
Precisely.
Es todo. Pues ya terminamos con lo de sus chaquetas y ya. Dice, joderse el mundo.
What about them?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one. For...
I'm wondering if the
son unos nihilistas, un poco anarquistas, pero...
they derived from something else.
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though, you get more fish in a shorter time. And... Because when one...
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point.
Bueno, no han dicho nada útil, pero... Bien, vamos a hablar de la comandancia ya que estoy por aquí. ¿Qué pasa?
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly do something important? Something murder-related? This is a Caprice Canema. The Caprice with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition
12 cilindros.
driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13 points. Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice Canema looks sleek. Someone has waxed it recently.
No me gusta su máquina, teniente. ¿Qué pasado?
You want to take a closer look? Yes. An extraordinary machine.
It's nice and all, but why so much? Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballot. Maybe. Yes, definitely maybe.
And means no.
Oh. Okay.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sorry, sir. I still haven't heard back from the database people. Try calling again later. Is there anything else I can do for you? 57.
In the cabin, you see a set...
No creo que valga la pena hablarle a Sylvie, pero bueno. Posiblemente fue la chica a la que el mercenario agredió. Vamos hacia el sur para investigar otra vez los puertos. Vamos a intentar hacerlo rápido para regresar con el sindicalista. No me gusta depender de él para avanzar en la investigación, pero es que se está poniendo... No tengo la pistola para dispararle y King no lo va a hacer para intentar disparar el cable y liberarlo. Y de todas maneras estoy un poco atrapado respecto a levantar cargos, a menos que intento imponer mi autoridad, que pues, básicamente no tengo realmente. ¿Qué pasa?
Rust peels off the bent iron posts with a swing. Yet someone used to live here, laugh here.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure. For cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about it. Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to... Yes, and you picked it up because you're a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and magnesium blisters.
It's not meant as...
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with...
Okay. King ya está desesperado. Bueno, ya también lleva aquí 4 días, ¿no? Se han avanzado muy lentamente. Aquí están las huellas de su choque contra el hielo. No sé si puedo extraer algo más de aquí. No, de hecho ya no hay nada activado. La lancha, la casa y los borrachos. Vamos con los borrachos, a ver si siguen por aquí. ¿Es para sentarse? Creo que tengo la chaqueta de uno de ellos. No me digas que tengo que darle toda la vuelta. Sí, tengo que darle la vuelta, qué odioso. Los niños, la señora...
Tequila sunset.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man. What's that supposed to mean? What's that got to do with my jacket?
No.
Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this? I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be either bring it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Of course. Drink first, story later. Not much, but it will do. The tale I'm about to tell you is an urban legend particular to Marquez. That said, there are many variations on the basic story, and the
Are you telling the story?
Shut the fuck up! Summer of 44.
The streets are warmed by a southerly breeze. In the harbor's dark, her cigarette is a beacon, dancing alone. The image...
Our heroine finds herself enjoying the peace and quiet. What she doesn't know is that her peace is about to be shattered. From behind her comes the clattering of hooves. Startled, she turns around and... Well, yes, but it's the man...
The pause,
with no head on his shoulders, wearing a found
El
tracksuit,
jinete sin cabeza.
searching for the legendary found cap that went missing when he lost his head.
Hala.
Woe is right, my friend. Gertrude...
Tell him about the tooth.
Fuck, Rosemary, they were dating. No one said they were feminine.
This wouldn't be the...
What? You know it?
I've read the case file, but please...
Right. Early autumn of 40s. The wind picks up. A sky already dark now blackens.
Two women stand on a small outcropping of rocks. One of them is wearing a
Lo recuerda.
coat.
The women are caught in the downpour. They act quickly.
Don't turn around. Don't.
When she sees something, her shriek, but there is no lightning. Ula makes a run for the shore, but Eva slipped. Her body is never recovered.
Le preguntaré a él y luego aquí.
Word on the street is that she gave herself facial
That part, at least more or less.
See? Told you. Anyway, that's the story of the headless Faun Rider. Pretty crazy, huh? Well, Tequila, that's part of the legend. Some say he was an undercover cop who blew his cover and got beheaded.
Oh, headless brother.
Others claim he was a professional jockey who veered off course during a steeplechase. And
even decapitation couldn't stop his
Personally, I think he was just some guy who hanged himself from a really tall... Coincidentally, at that exact moment, a horse happened under him, and his beheaded corpse...
For some reason, this does strike you as the most plausible theory of them all.
Tengo el presentimiento de que era el polo encubierto.
That would explain the tracksuit and his need for revenge. Anyway, to each his own. You want to hear any other stories? Yeah? Why don't you go eat shit, Tequila? There's no way you know a better one than that. Acid gnomes? Sounds like a stupid, low-concept band name.
Hard to argue is that
That's the reality situation for you. You think you got a handle on it, then blam! It throws some wild shit at you. No one knows. Some say he stalks Martinez to this day, and can be seen near the canal when the clock
Cerca del canal cuando el reloj marca la medianoche. Tenemos una misión.
He won't, though. Because it's just...
I saw him one night when I was right shit-faced.
Otro mito urbano. Uy, no. ¿Otro? Bueno.
I actually do have one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? It's very hard to tell a story when one's mouth is dry. Wonderful. If you find any, I'd be extremely grateful.
Bueno. Tal vez active un evento eso.
There's no use in yelling at
the drunk man. He does not sound well at all.
Es todo.
The legend returns. You know the deal, legend man. Smokes a smoky, pilsner, gets you drunk. You've already cleaned me out of spirits. And speed.
Pues la cerveza me puede servir.
Bottoms up, Captain.
¿Anfetaminas? No. Así está bien por ahora. No creo que pueda lavar su mugrienta chaqueta, a menos que le diga a la señora, que es la única que parece estar aquí medianamente instalada. Tal vez ella me pueda ayudar. Tal vez la mujer del puerto.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Just us. It's barely a village. This is pretty much a known place. A gap.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
Well, where's Lillian and her kids? If you knew folks live in the house, and then where's the drugs? Not a pretty sight, but where's Lillian is tough. Tougher than the men here at least. I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and then an old one disappears, and over there you can find more of the same.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. After the war, it was turned into a Goodwill hospital. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets. The Goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find. She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. Where's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity? Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here?
So, they don't hold...
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. And now, suspicious...
Those would be the dance music enthusiasts in there. She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Me? No one. Just an old
Es una lavandera.
Mother
Perfecto.
called me Isabel. If now it's your turn, Mr... Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double. I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a...
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly.
I could use a breather before another rainy day begins.
Sí, esperaré. Media hora es poco tiempo.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Ok, veamos. Tal vez valga la pena que yo la use en lugar de él. Más umbral del olor, más instinto, menos teatralidad. Va de la mano con eso, combinan de hecho. Pero es de él. El viejo que me cuenta historias. Un objeto con algunos bonificadores o XP. Vámonos por el XP. Tengo tu mugrienta chaqueta.
Sunset. My jacket?
A look of consternation crosses the man.
What the fuck are you talking about, Tequila?
¿Me está diciendo que esta no es tu chaqueta?
Foam? That's medium concept stuff. Not my style at all.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this, I'm calling it, it's neurological.
Tú te la pierdes.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks great on you.
It's an okay jacket, if you're into that look.
A ver, otra historia.
Of course. Drink first, story later. Not much, but this last one is the most I've never heard it mentioned outside of here.
Voy a tomar un poco de
At first,
café en lo
I
que
thought it
habla.
was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8...
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud.
Oh, que
Silence.
un lugar al que llamar hogar. Me gusta porque así le llamé a uno de mis de los videos de estos Let's Play. ¿Qué escucho? ¿Críptidos?
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff. All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull. You know, obsessive types. Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking... The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were
Wait. There's no way.
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to...
No es demasiado para mí.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. That is,
Es su propia historia.
Existed.
He existed, all right. You feel it deep. I'm talking about.
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild...
A paradigm-shattering revolution.
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand. You know Tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
Coca.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
Or email and gold. For the plateau on...
Sinus salt, white knight.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course. He's talking about cocaine.
Ya sé, ya me di cuenta.
Shit, yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm... You've got to understand. The work this guy was doing was now, as you might imagine, snorting that
Right. Wrong. Do it all the time. All day, baby.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention. The story goes that one day he was balls... Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard." But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy,
Es demasiado.
discovered nearly...
That's almost certainly wrong again, nerd.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key...
The cocaine skull.
The cocaine skull. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer, that's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they... Or probably further down the coast.
No, my grandma always told me...
This is ludicrous and physically impossible.
Now, detective. My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
Don't listen to him or his...
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater.
Or maybe it's in the air.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to... The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting... The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just...
Honest men on an honest...
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on.
What?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Legit. And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to... It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current set.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it.
Joder, qué mala suerte.
Wait, maybe there's another one.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get... Not that I can think of, currently. That might be the case.
Okay.
Bueno, un poco más de folclore local. ¿Qué pasa? King.
I've been meaning to have a little chat with you about your sense of style. I'm glad you finally started dressing a little more like an officer of the RCM.
Your half-brother is proud to stand beside you.
Officers above the rank of sergeant are granted wide discretion when it comes to their unit. The idea is that civilians are more likely to open up to someone. You know the expression, the clothes make the man? The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
A warm smile.
Anyway, we should probably get back.
Ok. Le gusta que estoy vistiendo un poco mejor. Ok. Vamos a ver. Ah, me equivoqué de botón. Esta chaqueta... ¿Qué me da? Más visión espacial. Ok, es útil. Las gafas son... traen muchos imperfectos. Teatralidad. Tiene mucha teatralidad él, ¿no? Lo que tiene es menos reacción. Vamos a dejarlo así temporalmente. Tal vez regresemos aquí. No hay nada. A revisar su habitación, a ver si hay algo útil. ¿Qué pasa?
You're up. Listen, it's a suspicion. Or a feeling real. An earth-shattering deduction from your side. Every day, things seem to spin.
Esto ya me lo ha dicho varias veces y no quiero que se repita otra vez el...
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
Ok, es todo. ¿Qué es eso?
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small... The water reflects back a vague image of your clean shit. You almost look like a professional.
Ok, no, esa debe estarse repitiendo una y otra vez. Se supone que ya estoy trabajando en ella, así que... ¿Quién se queda abajo del pórtico? Vamos con la chica de la costa, a ver si tiene algo que decirme.
Waves are beginning to die down.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them. Fishing, but until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer? Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks. Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it's sure as...
But not when you're in a tight spot.
Guns are expensive and fragile, I think. Besides, I got kids. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone... That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us.
That does not go for real. Coach means the expression.
Observa, señalar... A ver, ¿qué dice? Eso no tiene nada que ver con hombre de verdad, no va contigo. Muéstrale su cara extraña. Bueno, a veces se ríe. Sí, se ríe. ¿Te gusta?
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin.
Ok, eso me
Like a
gustó.
shield. Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Gone. To the waves. The sea took him. He didn't respect the sea. And now, before you tell me...
She really likes those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick. Life didn't really change.
This is neither a touch. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another. Better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Eventualmente. Necesitamos que Kim no esté allí. ¿No está por acá? No, no está por acá. Estoy buscando al sujeto al burócrata. Supongo que puedo pasear un poco por la iglesia. En esa casa está la niña que encontró los guantes. ¿Qué pasa? Ah, sí. Aquí había un teléfono y podemos activar su memoria muscular.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Veamos que funciona.
Calling.
I'm tired. Writing. I hate writing.
The man. You do not hear the customary disconnect. Seems like it did not have Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Strange. This is not how you started before. 414411173661. Yes. 451-67451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The head an ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle. The wash of a strain calling. Calling in the saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You've calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. Calling, 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 calling still. Then the ocean breaks out of the depths.
¿Su ex esposa? Es su ex esposa. Hola.
Who is this?
¿Quién soy? No la asustemos, no la asustemos. ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es?
Dora. Who is this?
Dora. The name feels like a... And fight.
You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
Sí, eso es su ex esposa.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
No. Quiero hablar de mí, quién soy, parece que tú me conoces.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
No. ¿Te vienes de Marchuki? ¿Cómo que te vienes de Marchuki? ¿Es ahí donde vive?
I'm in Morova, sleeping.
No sé qué significa de Marchuki, si es una expresión o un lugar. Soy la ley, un inspector de la policía. Estoy llevando un caso.
She does not answer anymore.
Puedes ayudarme con él, necesito resolverlo. No vuelvan a aceptarme si no lo hago.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Bueno. Ha hablado con su ex esposa. Algo es algo. Creo que podríamos un par de minutos más y luego lo dejamos. Al menos sabe que es Harry. Le dice, está borracho. Sí, era un alcohólico empedernido. Al menos ya no ha tomado. Veamos qué equipo tengo aquí. Esto... pues sí, tiene drogas, cigarros, pastillas, pero... lo usará más como moneda de trueque que como un consumible. Moneda de cambio. Este ya se lo llevaron. Hay que caminar despacio.
There's some tear. An empty cigarette packet.
Nada. He tomado una ruta equivocada entonces. ¿Qué pasa aquí? Ella vive lejos, entonces fue muy lejos de donde él vive. Bueno, de donde él está actualmente trabajando. Esa es la iglesia. ¿Habrá algo más en la iglesia para nosotros? Pues tal vez la mujer. Pero no sé si a qué hora se encuentra. Dice que va y viene. Por acá no parece haber nada más que ese búnker extraño. Y algo allí. Pero hay que darle toda la vuelta. ¿Qué hay aquí? ¿Una camisa y unos centavos? Más lógica. Más retórica y menos empatía. No. De por sí adolezco de falta de empatía a este personaje. Son las trampas. Supuestamente ya las revisó todas.
There's nothing else.
Y el otro dijo que iba a mejorarlas. Solo quiero ver si hay alguien por aquí. No hay nada más. Ok. ¿Quién sí debería estar desesperado de que lo trae por arriba y por abajo? Sin un éxito concreto. Pero bueno, también está recordando poco a poco su pasado.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see...
Necesito equipo. Los guantes. Una mejor herramienta, tal vez en la casa de empeños. Entremos a la iglesia y veamos si hay algo allí. Tal vez mi amigo nos diga algo nuevo. El hombre cangrejo.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love. Oh, the spooker?
The eater is Grandma.
You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Es todo, ¿verdad? Ok. Regresaré después. ¿Y si trasteo con la máquina? Y tal vez la llame.
A machine stand. The lieutenant doesn't say anything, but you can sense that he doesn't like you meddling with the machine. You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in another filament memory. press play to talk. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar.
Good morning, surprise accident on San Bruins. This is the East Insulin.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no... Maybe he knows something.
Received. Surprise accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. Nothing happens.
Ok. La contraseña. O la buscamos por aquí o se la preguntamos a él. Tal vez él la conozca.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back. Too many times essay.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety. The lieutenant raises his...
Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife death. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita. I think we're done here, essay.
That was... However, I'm still not sure how it...
Esa era su función entonces. Mira, aquí nunca se sabe.
The machine's keyboard is still... The speaker comes to...
Good morning, surprise accident. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After surprise accident, is there anything else I can do for you today? Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still... The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to fit. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky. See? Even one of the What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be it.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just nothing spooky about this place either. It's just about...
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against 7th of February, 51? Finally, got the electricity in. Next on the...
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others up, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front.
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom seems like something to do with radio computers. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the authors.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going.
The strike. We are nearing the... Keep reading. I'm interested. I want to know what...
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in for this.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more...
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The lieutenant doesn't answer. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men...
A girl on the ice?
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let...
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
No. It was a great idea. Look, March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of a strange woman. Make straight for the radio computer.
Ok, ya hemos avanzado en la trama. Suna, la programadora. Tal vez ella escuchó algo. Ah, caray, pasa de nosotros y nos ignora.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room.
We should talk to her. After...
Pues sí, vamos a hablar con ella. De hecho, sé dónde está el filamento que falta.
What is it? Yes. Or no.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over it.
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. I am Soona Luukkonen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA Radio. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how...
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started...
No. Yes.
Él te ha visto. Debe haberte visto.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Vaya.
You really like those questions, don't you?
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait. She's looking for a disruption in the lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, what do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
No. Un momento, ¿eso quiere decir que ahora nuestro mundo tiene agujeros?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I?
You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does it,
Espacio vacío.
which is what I've been trying to do. I tried using hydrotransducers.
Hydrotransducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices...
But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Strange things may flourish.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations...
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure?
Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that I know. No, I don't...
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Cierto, está programando mientras responde.
Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate... And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks.
Bueno, me puedes seguir diciendo de esto, ¿verdad? ¿No le va a preguntar acerca del caso?
What?
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it.
But to a sober mind, it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it... This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not... Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Un montadero de droga, pero bueno.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit. RAIN prefect. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is... but it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't... Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy any.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
I'm working. Could you just... shh for a moment?
It's not just rudeness.
Great.
Ok, hay un agujero de 2 milímetros. Hemos avanzado en la historia. Vamos a hablar con los droguetas, explicarles que quiénes son quien está aquí y por qué no pueden poner aquí su central de música. No me simpatizan del todo, digo, ponen aquí a la mujer ponen a la mujer a hacer sus grabaciones de sonido mientras ellos están simplemente drogándose allí en su casa de campaña. Sí estoy dispuesto a mentirles y decirles que hay una bruja o algo para que no entren.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? Come on, man. Who will you trust?
Feels the love! Get down and feel it!
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
Siente el amor. Bueno, tal vez lo esté sintiendo.
You'll get there, believe me. Well, anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise. About the dance... What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world. A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam?
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
No pienso vencerla. Tenemos que encontrar otra solución.
Look at you, honor man.
Sí, claro.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the lines in the dark. At least Crabman seems like an... Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
No le gusta la...
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him...
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
Bueno, he aumentado
Goodbye, officer.
He aumentado mis posibilidades con ellos, pero...
Back to the heavyweight. Hardcore!
Hardcore.
Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not Godfather.
The way to the hip. Yeah! Huh? I see you're here again. Offside, man. Did I mention getting us into the church?
Bueno. Sí, estoy más interesado en lo que esas personas puedan hacer. ¿Y esto? ¿Se puede tirar?
A pane of Eternite has been planted in barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Bueno, usémoslo, pero no... Perfecto, nos ahorra un pequeño tramo. Vaya, qué forma más curiosa de encontrar un pequeño atajo. Me falta un lugar por encontrar, ¿no? Había una... Me acuerdo que había como un graffiti en el que estaba un padre y su hijo. Pues vamos con el sindicalista. Ya he platicado con la gente de aquí, ya más o menos sé de qué van, quiénes son, qué hacen. No hay servicios. Y con eso a ver si podemos avanzar en el caso, que los cardis nos ayuden a bajar el cadáver. La ley quizás quiera que... ¿Qué decimos? ¿Fuente Ovejuna? Que fue el pueblo quien lo linchó y por lo tanto no podemos detener a todo el pueblo. No nos dejarán dar un chivo expiatorio, y si era un mercenario, querrán que sea todo un proceso legal, y pues ahora sí que el que tiene el dinero es el que ganaría, ¿no? Sí podría ser una pequeña guerra civil entre los de la empresa y los del sindicato y los del pueblo. Aquí está nuestro amigo el vendedor, tenemos poco dinero. Esta ya no trabaja en lo de los videojuegos, así que no le importa la máquina. ¿Tengo algo bueno para vender? Dije que iba a ser... Ah, lo de la autoridad, ¿verdad? Pues vamos a intentarlo, ya tengo... Bueno, primero vamos al sindicato. Si el del sindicato me da más puntos con ellos, pues lo puedo intentar. Con una mayor probabilidad de éxito. ¿Tú me tienes algo que decir?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Es todo. Voy a hacer una pequeña pausa. A ver, permítame un minuto. Listo. Voy a quedarme en este punto y lo retomaré aquí para hacer una segunda sesión, para que no sea tan largo este video. Bueno, no me despido tanto porque voy a continuar el otro casi de inmediato. Mi nombre es José Antonio Gutiérrez. Pues en esta sesión lo que hemos aprendido un poco más acerca del pasado de Harry. Aparentemente nos pusimos en contacto con su ex esposa. Y pues bueno, hemos encontrado a creo que se llamaba Nora, la programadora. Rima curioso en español. Pero pues bueno, conocido un poco más acerca de la historia del puerto. Lo dejaremos aquí. Mi nombre es José Antonio Gutiérrez. Que tengan un excelente día y mejores por venir. Hasta pronto.